Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. Gamepie, and this is Let's Play Sonic & Knuckles Part 4. Last time, we went through Sandopalis Zone and obtained the last Chaos Emerald that we needed. This time around, we're going to be going through another really cool level. Now, I didn't really like Sandopalis Zone that much. I think I made that much fairly obvious. But this area, I really love Lava Reef Zone. It is awesome, and it's really the turning point of the game where it just becomes another Sonic game to the really epic part of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles game. Alright, so you see we have these little smoke machines here. They create these smoke clouds, and if you run into them, the smoke cloud will go over you. You'll become extremely slow and constantly lose rings. You can spin dash the cloud right off, though, or defeat the enemy, and that makes the cloud disappear too. So they're not really that dangerous. Now here's a really cool part where you just spin across all the stuff and bam, it launches you across the area. Now I really like to get the fire shield in this area, not just because it's, you know, a practical shield. You know, there's lava all over the place, and there's lava falls. But also because it just really looks funny sometimes. Like, here. So you see, we got these guys. Your fire shield, and any shield actually, can deflect the rocks that they throw off. And then, you know, just stand underwater, a lava fall, you know, just whatever. Also, his tails, you can fly up the lava fall. And it's pretty interesting. Oh! Ow. Darn it, man! Nope! That was bad. Oh well. I probably should have lost my rings anyway. I don't want to go supersonic. Like, literally, that's a thing that I'm doing. I'm not going supersonic. Like, you know, right now, I can pretty easy to grab 50 rings and bam, supersonic all over the place. Like, over here to my left, we have a big ring. That could give me 50 rings right now, but I'm not going to do that, because, nope, no supersonic. Not even going to chance it. I mean, sure, I could get a bunch of extra lives. Oh, also, another big ring right over here. I could get a bunch of extra lives by grabbing a bunch of big rings and stuff, but I've already got 23 lives. That'll be more than enough for the rest of the game, so I'm not even worried about that. Though, my sudden complete lack of rings is not good either. Alright, now here's a weird thing, alright? So you see down in the corner down there, bottom right, there's that big ring. I have never figured out how to get that thing. It is an enigma to me. Here, watch. Alright, so you see, we're gonna basically be circled in it. Strafing it all over the place. Bam. Whoa! Fireball. So you see, right now, the big ring is directly above us, but we can't do anything about it. Yeah, see? Right up that pathway. If we were Tails, we might be able to get up there. But Tails isn't playable in Sonic and Knuckles, so that kinda sucks. Also, I guess I should note something. You cannot go Super Form if you have a shield on. That's basically to allow you to use some of your Sonic-only powers, even if you have 50 rings. They were considerate about that, at least. Though if you're playing as Tails or Knuckles, it's kind of annoying because, I mean, Sonic without a shield just has the air shield, and that's plenty useful. I've shown plenty of uses for it, but it's not really needed to do most of his stuff. But as Knuckles and Tails, whenever you go into their super forms, well, you kind of need to be able to double jump to glide and fly, respectively. Those are kind of major aspects of their characters. So unless you just don't care about going into super form, that's kind of annoying. In any case, one up. Here we go. What's up next? Ah yes, more of these. These crushing devices work much better than the ones in Marble Garden Zone. No glitches at all. It's wonderful. Perfect, even. Alright, so, you know, we have these guys coming out of the background, too. They're kind of like the caterpillars from the first Sonic game, to an extent, except they fly. And they're And if you touch them, their body pieces don't go all over the place trying to kill everything in sight. Alright, mini-boss time. This mini-boss is kind of weird because you never really see it, like, entirely. And also, it's like the only mini-boss that has optional hitboxes. Like the hand. The hand is what you have to defeat. But then there are also these other things over here that shoot these energy balls at you and make the battle last, like, forever and a half. You don't need to defeat them, but there's no harm in doing it. Well, other than the harm to the boss, of course. I doubt that he likes his tentacle things being blown up. But yeah, I kind of imagine that that big circle on the back of the hand is kind of like its eye or something. There's obviously no way to tell what this thing really looks like. It's huge! And I'm getting hit, wow. I kind of like to see this boss make a return in a future Sonic game or something, but this time, you know, you're modern Sonic and you're fighting the entire thing, not just its hand and tentacles. In any case, that was Act 1. But yeah, could you just imagine, like, seeing that entire thing, like, coming out of the lava, trying to smash modern Sonic? I think that that would be really cool. Anyway, the lava has now hardened. And everything is cool. Whoa. You'll find that this area is significantly more mechanical than Act 1. Which, it makes sense. It's Act 2, which means that it's harder, and Robotnik uses machinery, so if he's trying to make the area harder, he'll probably put a lot of machinery in it. One thing that I've always found interesting about these platforms is they look like safes. Like, I'm not sure if that's what they're supposed to be, but they look like it. These things, whenever you're in the middle, jump, and that'll launch you higher. And some rings. I always appreciate rings. Okay, that just hit me. There we go. Invincibility! Now, they have lots of paths like these, where you go to the right, then you go to the left, and zigzaggedy all over the place. And then they have these things, you know, these little spike things. Usually you actually have some kind of invincibility whenever you're going past them, from my experience. So you don't really have to worry about them too much. And I guess I should mention something about the bubble shield in this game. In Sonic 3, the bubble shield was incredibly useful because every level except Marble Garden Zone had at least one body of water. In this game, there are 0 bodies of water in the entire game, so the fact that the bubble shield allows you to breathe underwater, yeah, that's not coming into play. It's basically the worst shield. I mean, especially considering that even as Sonic, the electric shield allows you to double jump outright, rather than bouncing down and then going back up higher. And over here is another big ring that I won't be grabbing. Just letting you know, it's there, man. So, yeah, obviously, if I didn't grab a ludicrous number of Chaos Emeralds in the second level of the game, I'd still have plenty of chances to get them here. There's still at least one more chance that I know of, right offhand. That's a really great part. And it's actually down here. See, we got this spring here, and it's a big ring, but we're not gonna grab it. But yeah, there's a switch in there that opens up a pathway into a hallway that we're about to go to. I'll mention what hallway it is when we get there. But in any case, if you didn't want to take that shortcut for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe you're doing what I'm doing or something, this is the way that you would go. I mean, even if you don't want to get all the Chaos Emeralds for some reason, I'd still recommend taking that pathway. Anyway, yeah, this is where you would meet up, and even if you do go this way, you can still grab the Chaos Emerald, because there's a switch right there. I don't even know why that pathway was, like, blocked off. It's kind of redundant, it seems. I mean, it's already hidden. And there's switches from both sides readily available. But in any case, we're moving onward. And now we have a really awesome background. Like, the background of this world so far has been, it's kind of mediocre. But this one, I mean, look at that. That is awesome back there. With all the magma and the really cool ceiling and the columns, it's just... that is some beautiful stuff right back there. 16-bit era stuff. Now, it is funny. Oh, you can see the death egg up there in the ceiling. We're getting close to our destination. Knuckles, what are you doing? No, dude, don't hit me with that rock. Man, no! No, man. It's actually funny. In Sonic 3 at the beginning, Knuckles punches you out of Super Mode first thing. And there, if you go Super Sonic, that rock takes you out of Super 4. And actually restarts the Knuckles music again. Anyway, so, yeah. Knuckles is the ultimate counter for Super Sonic. Anyway, there's actually a level select screen in this game. It's a cheat, but it's there. And this is actually considered Lava Reef Zone Act 3. Which makes sense. I mean, look at this. The graphics are way different. This is a totally new background. And it looks really cool. But yeah, just... it's a boss-only level, basically. Sure, they don't advertise that within the game itself, but in the coding, it knows. This is the boss level. Now, here I have a fire shield, which basically makes this boss broken. You see, the boss has to kill himself, like many bosses before him. And, you see we have this little lava slide here. He'll shoot his explosive spike balls, and then they'll fall back into it. You just have to jump on the platforms long enough. With the fire shield, you don't even have to bother with jumping on the platforms. You can just sort of walk along the ground and jump over the spike balls. But, just in case you lose your spike ball at any point, I'm going to be playing like I didn't have a fire shield. So, yeah, and the spike balls, they're always in the same pattern, and I actually don't have a fire shield, so I have to play like I don't have one. Nothing new or random here. The boss will always take the same amount of time. No way to speedrun this guy. I mean, even if I went supersonic and decided to just stand on top of him, it wouldn't do anything. Yeah, that's right. Robotnik created a machine that could withstand supersonic in Sonic and Knuckles. Really, it makes me wonder why Robotnik isn't that dangerous these days. Also, keep in mind that the lava is still dangerous. So, and if you are supersonic while you beat the boss, and the boss is beaten, you turn back into regular Sonic. So, you need to be careful about that. In any case, this has been Let's Play Sonic & Knuckles Part 4. Next time, it'll be Hidden Palace Zone. I'll see you folks then.